Now, Cure Search for Children's Cancer is a national nonprofit foundation whose mission is to fund and support children's cancer research at more than 180 hospitals across the United States, including the University of New Mexico hospitals.
Cure Search believes that only research cures cancer, and next month's Cure Search Childhood Cancer Walk will raise money to fund ongoing clinical trials.
Yes, and joining us with details about the walk and research programs at the University of New Mexico are pediatric, hematologist, oncologist, and vice chair of research doctors Stuart Winter. Hi there, Stuart.
Hi, how are you doing?
Thank you for joining us. We also want to welcome pediatric, hematologist, oncologist Dr. Boayue. Did I say it correctly?
Yes,
that's a beautiful
Boayue.
name, by the way. Nice to have you. Thank you both so much for joining us to talk about this very important topic.
It's a pleasure to be here today. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Well, I want to remind our viewers that the University of New Mexico's Pediatric Oncology Program is the state's only resource for childhood cancer clinical trials. So tell us about the childhood cancer program.
Well, thanks for having us.
Of course.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Wow.
Well, we're here today to do two general things.
Okay.
One is to raise awareness for childhood cancer across New Mexico.
Sure.
And then two, to talk about the childhood cancer walk that's going to be sponsored by our program for the Cure Search Walk.
Wonderful.
This is only the second childhood cancer walk in New Mexico.
Well,
So the program, I'm just curious, the program itself, can you tell us a little overview about the program itself?
Well, the program itself started sometimes around in 1980 when they started using, when they became part of the Children's Oncology group.
Okay.
That allows us to become part of all of the clinical trials across the country to treat our patients here in New Mexico.
Wow.
We have probably 50 more clinical trials open at all times to take care of all types of childhood cancer and all stages of childhood cancer.
Wow.
well, cancer is the leading cause of death by disease in children, but the good news is that over the last 40 years, the survival rate for children's cancer has gone up from 10% to 78%. So what are the new therapies that are available for childhood cancers? Can you tell us?
Well, we have several different protocols available, and we have different ways we manage childhood cancer.
Okay.
We have what we call monoclonal antibodies that attack different pathways that stimulate cellular proliferation and immortality in cells, so that these cells do not die at all.
Wow.
So these monoclonal antibodies will promote the death of these cells.
Okay.
And we have several new drugs that we utilize to attack solid cancers, such as bone cancers and soft tissue cancers. One of those drugs we call sacituzumab.
What is that?
It's a new drug, and it attacks one of these pathways and prevent them from promoting cellular proliferation and causing death in these cancers.
Wow.
And we have several patients on those drugs at this time.
And to echo what Dr. Boayue is saying is that oftentimes we're using a well-established platform of chemotherapy drugs, and we're trying new agents on top of it to see if we can further increase their survival and cure more children. And so one of the things that we're really excited about too with the leukemia trials that we're doing in New Mexico is to work with a new class of drug called tyrosine kinase inhibitors. And what they are small molecules that basically target a pathway that has been aberrantly turned on by cancers and kind of just turn it off, almost like you just flip a light switch.
Wow.
And one of the things that was really exciting for me in my career is working with a type of childhood leukemia called Philadelphia positive leukemia, which is so aggressive that we would often try to get children to go into remission, which is when you can't see the cancer anymore, and then send them for a bone marrow transplant right away. Because of this new drug, we're now thinking we don't have to do the transplant anymore. It works so well.
Wow.
And so rather than getting a transplant, they just take pills instead.
What an advancement that is. Oh my goodness.
So
really
pretty exciting. And,
Yeah.
and because of these clinical trials, we're able to offer these drugs to kids in New Mexico, so families don't feel like they have to go elsewhere in the country for this kind of therapy. They can
right
just
here.
get it right here.
And give them hope too.
Well, in September is National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So how are you guys working to raise awareness?
Well, we're raising awareness in various ways. One is that we partner with the Children's Cancer Fund of New Mexico,
Yes.
And we really like to thank them for all their help. We have posters and banners that we're going to place across Albuquerque, and we have letters now out to our family and patients to invite them to the walk on October 13th.
Yeah, let's talk about that walk. I think that's so special. Can we share the details with our viewers?
Please.
Tell us about it.
Well, the walk is being organized by Cure Search, but it's also in collaboration with our division here. And the idea is that we bring together families, children, survivors, patients on treatment, not on treatment, and just kind of bring together everybody and have a moment of sort of celebration for people who are off treatment and try to bring home to hope to people that are still on treatment.
Yeah.
And then go for a nice walk around the UNM North Golf Course, and it's we've done it once before. It was a lot of fun, and I can't say the level of elation we had when we had finished it and raised money to help a cause that we're pretty excited about.
Well, how does that money go to support research at UNM?
Well, Cure Search, as you just said, supports all of the children's cancer studies groups across the country.
Yes.
So once this money is raised, they use that to support each of these programs to help defray costs for clinical trials.
Okay.
Because insurance may not necessarily reimburse for clinical trials.
Right.
And we believe that the cure toward childhood cancer will be through research.
And what you're doing is so special, so important, and we are just, I speak on behalf, I'm sure, of everybody. We're grateful for everything you're doing, and we hope a lot of people come out for that walk. Thank you.
And if I could just say one last thing, is we really wanted to also thank the Children's Cancer Fund of New Mexico for arranging for us to be here, because this was really fun for us to be here today.
Oh, good.
Well, that means a lot to us.
have you.
I know our viewers are appreciative as well. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
And coming up next on New Mexico Style, free family fun at the Albuquerque Museum. Don't go away.